I'll be honest with you, man. I
Yeah.
watched Sailor Moon. I really, really liked it, but not for the reasons that probably other people liked it.
Was it the transformation?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, as a little kid, I was like, "Ooh."
What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of a miracle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pubstomp, a podcast about games, TV shows, movies, and pop culture in general. Every episode, we discuss topics that we find interesting. Come join our shenanigans.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Pubstomp Podcast. Today we have a chill episode to cool you off on this heat wave. We're gonna be talking about some of the anime we grew up watching, but we did not know it was anime. We just called it cartoons, caricaturas. You know, you go on TV, you watch it on Saturday morning. But man, before we get started, what's up, Mexy?
Yo, yo.
Hey, what's up? And Tyler's here in our spirits. He's taking care of some business somewhere else, but we'll catch up to him. Oh man, but what about that? Oh, dude, I didn't tell you, man. So I just wanted to tell you this real quick. So yesterday I went to the dentist. Now I'm up, and every time you go to the dentist, is a bad time because they're gonna ask you what do you do. Is of course you lie. I say yeah, sure, of course I floss and shit. But like the funniest thing, she's like the lady was gonna do some deep cleaning in my mouth, and they numb my they inject you with numbing stuff, and that's the worst, right? Because they poke you, you feel it, and you feel it going in. They're like just with your mouth open, and she's just poking at it, waiting. She's poking at my mouth. I don't know, man. Like respect for the people that do the hygienists, man, because it's. I wouldn't want to be cleaning somebody. Yeah, exactly, cleaning somebody else's mouth. But she's just poking at my teeth with like a pick, and then she's just wearing her like normal like glasses with the little magnifying section. And she's just like talking to me. Now, of course, I can't talk back, so just listening. And it's just poking, and then like she's like, "Is it numb?" It's like, "Yeah, I don't feel my tongue anymore, so I think it's numb." And then you just see her like put on a visor, crank up the music, and I was like, "Oh shit, things are gonna get intense now." And then from then on, it was like, bzzz. Oh my god. Anyway, brush your teeth, floss, do all the things, man. And I got home. It's not a good time. So I'm glad we're recording on a Friday, as opposed to a Thursday, because I was hurting. But what about that Loki, man? Did you watch it this week?
It's a very interesting segue. I'm just throwing it out
No,
there.
right? I was just monologuing there for a second because I forgot to tell you. I was going to tell you in the pre-show, but I'll tell you right now.
Let's go. Loki. It was an episode.
Yeah, I was telling you earlier today. It was a little bit slower than last week. I don't know. You were telling me that there was a bunch of stuff that people were talking about on the internet that you had to pay attention to, but
yeah, apparently there's like a lot of Easter eggs, and I didn't catch on to them. But that doesn't surprise me because I saw it like midnight the night of, and then I was kind of like, yeah,
gotcha.
It's Loki.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday. Yeah, I think yesterday. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good episode, a very interesting. Like now they're building the relationship between Lady Loki and Loki.
Sylvie, man, Sylvie. She
Oh yeah,
doesn't
that's
want to
right,
be called
Sylvie.
Loki.
That's right, Sylvie. Which is, I don't know, man. It's all that whole thing. So again, time travel always breaks my head. Like breaks my brain. I don't understand how they're like friends, but they're both the same person in different timelines. But I guess what makes it okay is that she's Sylvie, like a different. She doesn't want to be Loki. And was at some point, do their like paths start at the same place and then they branch out? Or do they not explain this at all?
They haven't explained this in the show, but the way they explained it in the comic books is she comes after Ragnarok, so after the destruction of Asgard and all that. She's like the reincarnation of Loki, so they're technically not the same person, kind of.
Right. But I was just wondering,
metaphysical.
Like a comment, yeah. if they had like a starting point where like, okay, at this point you guys were the same thing or the same, you guys were on the same trajectory, and then like at some point you branched out and it's different paths. But I guess
Well, no, because they
Ragnarok
can't.
sounds like they can't.
Yeah, because like Ragnarok was an apocalypse event, right? So like he was supposed to die, and then like all this other crap, and then how do we explain reincarnation?
Yeah, I know, right? It's all strange. Yeah, I don't understand. But I see. So one of them in one path, one of them died, and in the other path, one of them did not die. Is that kind of the thing?
No, he dies and then gets reincarnated, right?
Okay,
Dies
that is a path. Okay, gotcha.
and reincarnates as a woman, and that's how you get Loki.
That is Sylvie's path, and then Loki's path is like he at some point teleported out of the current branch he was in. Okay, whatever. This is why
you're trying like who knows.
Yeah,
it
I know,
depends
right?
on how they decide because they change the comics to match whatever they want. So like,
I see. Okay, whatever. All right, yeah, fine, whatever. Let's ignore the fact that it happened. Who cares? Now,
this episode though.
In this episode, they were trying to be buddies because Loki had the device, and that's the whole. They're trying to. They ran out of batteries, which is weird. I guess that's a thing that could happen, but I don't know. They haven't. The thing that's still weird for me is what the TVA is. Is that what it's called? TVA?
Yeah. TVA.
So it sounds like it's something much more complicated than what. I mean, yeah, I think that's what this show's all about, explaining what that is.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's fine. The show's fine. I mean, it was a lot of setup. It's exactly like Loki, or not Loki, sorry. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? First 2 episodes, amazing. Next 2 episodes, meh. Next 2 episodes, oh shit, right?
Yeah. Because this one was a lot of just like walking and talking, and that's fine. But I like the detective more Mobius than Sylvie. Sylvie is fine. She's just like, I don't do anything, just be chill. And Loki's like partying over there and stuff. So, but my favorite part of this episode was when I think Sylvie asks him to describe love or something at some point in the train. And then later Loki explains to her that love is like a dagger, and that whole like chat was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think there's some memes about that. But besides that, I don't know, man. I don't know how it's gonna end because they're trying to break out of this timeline. They teleported to what's
another
it called?
apocalypse.
Apocalypse, yeah. So they have to get out, otherwise they're gonna stop existing.
Or are they? Oh,
I mean, yeah, I know it's episode 3, so of course they're gonna find a way out, but I don't know how. They did not make it to the ship. Actually, the ship exploded, so good luck. I did like that scene at the end. I think it was very well. There was a lot of CGI at the beginning of with the meteors and stuff, and I didn't like it so much. But at the end, when they were transitioning, like flipping the camera and stuff, I thought that was pretty cool, pretty well done. When they were like trying to get to the ship.
Yeah, like at the end, right? And then see that one, I had a couple of issues because they were like, they're showing powers that Loki never had before. Like when the building is falling, he's like, "I got this," and then like pushes the thing back. Like it's a very weird like.
Gotcha. So he didn't have that. I didn't know that. I was like, "Oh, cool." So he can lift heavy things.
Yeah, no, that's a new one. I don't know. We'll see.
Ideally, both should have the same powers, right? But I guess they branched out at some point. And their mother is the same mother. And that's one thing that I heard Sylvie said, that like he kept saying she was, and she kept saying she is. So alluding to that
so everybody get reincarnated. So
okay,
basically, it's soft reboot.
Gotcha. So, but Loki doesn't know that, right?
Well, it wouldn't be the same mother, right? Because Loki doesn't have the same mother. That's not. I see. It's the same person, but it's not the same person, right? Because they're a different person.
So weird. Okay. Gotcha. So I bet. Yeah. This is why it's all strange. That's the reason why. I guess now it's like time travel and reincarnation, which is even weirder. But
maybe because I don't know how they decide to do as part of this. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll have to go and, like you said, watch some YouTube videos that explain things. Because yeah, it was kind of a slow episode and not a lot happened, and we're still
Yeah, I
in the same
mean,
place. Yeah,
we might watch it and be like, "Oh my god!" After watching all the YouTube videos, this is the greatest episode ever, right?
yeah, I
Like,
know, right? Yeah. So if you guys haven't watched it, just give it a watch. It'll be a little slow, but get on the YouTube. Somebody will explain what's going on.
hopefully.
I didn't realize that I had to do homework because I didn't realize that I didn't know that I was missing stuff. So now that I know, I'm gonna go check it out and I'll do the same for the next one. How about that? That way I'm not like
Mm-hmm.
I'm all here like I don't even know what's going on. But that's cool. Cool. Well, that was Loki. But now
It's low key.
for our main show. Mexy, you're telling me, man. You're telling me about some other podcasts you're listening, something. They're
Yeah.
talking about our cartoons growing up and stuff. I don't know. Tell me more
Cartoons, they're anime.
about that.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
So I was listening. So the new podcast that I recently got into was the Trash Taste podcast. And it's a bunch of anitubers. They're basically talking about anime. But one of the topics that they were talking about was like anime that molded their childhood.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting because one of the guy, their ages is like, I think one's like 31, one's 26, and one's 24. So it's a wide range of ages, right?
Okay.
But Joey, the guy who's 26, was talking about his mom is Japanese and his dad is Australian, I think, something like that. And basically, he grew up with anime, and then he was mentioning that he was probably the only one of them that actually grew up with anime. Everybody else like didn't watch anime until they were like 10 or so, 10, 12. And to me, that was interesting because like we grew up with anime, but it was very different, right? Like we used to watch Dragon Ball, like Ranma and half, all that stuff, right? And I remember watching this when I was little. I was probably like 5 or 6, right? Like, but we were watching it in Spanish. We were watching anime in Spanish, which was like, to me, it was the craziest thing ever when they were talking about it. So
right. So so that's interesting because like growing up, I didn't know what anime was. I didn't know that these were, to me, everything watching in Spanish, to me everything was cartoons and it was from the same place. So like Caballeros del Zodiaco, like what was it called in English?
Saint Seiya.
Saint Seiya, which is not even the same name, right?
Oh, like, no. Saint Seiya is what it's called in Japan, I think. But it's like Knights of the Zodiac here.
Knights of the Zodiac,
yeah.
In Spanish. So that one was before my generation too. Like I didn't grow up watching that. I watched it a little bit later and only a little bit. I think the people that were a little bit older than me started watching that. But Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, like that's like a religion in Mexico, man. Like it's like people our age, like plus minus 3 or 4 years, like everybody, Goku, like they have businesses called with these things out there. It's just like it's like a lifestyle. Like it did mold our childhood.
Yeah. It's very interesting too, like seeing that, because it's just like, when they were talking about it, it's just like, and to us it wasn't like it was anime, right? It was just cartoons. These are cartoons that were on TV, right? We didn't know that they were Japanese at the time.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking earlier that one of the worst things that would happen when you were watching like Dragon Ball or any anime, like you watch it every week, 20 minutes at a time with commercials, right? Like you come from school or you wait for Saturday, and then you're a kid and you watch those freaking precious 20 minutes, and then they reboot the thing like somewhere like when the season's about to end, or like not, like when the arc is about to end, because you don't even know when the season starts or ends. You just like they're like okay, fighting Frieza, he's about to die.
You already sat through 4 episodes of charging up and going, going Super Saiyan, and then restart the series. Let's start all over.
I was like, no, that was the worst. Did you know why it did that? Because of translations or what was going on?
I honestly think it's because they were trying to catch up to the show.
Mm.
Because
with
like
the actual okay.
yeah, because like when we were watching, I think it was running concurrently at that time, or close enough. So I'm sure there was
Gotcha.
rights issues too that they had to cover and stuff.
Yeah, there's translation, and there's like rights, and one of the things that that was different that I didn't know, that Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z were not censored at all. Like they were just like you would get all those I would say how would you wouldn't call them adult scenes, right? I mean they're not, but they're definitely like like
This,
they're not for kids. They're not for kids. But like
spicy
for example,
scenes, spicy.
Yeah. The one I remember, the one that's like imprinted in my brain is must be Dragon Ball. Is when Bulma is in the trailer. It meets Yamcha. Is his name also the same in English?
Yeah.
Because I only know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she meets him, and he has a Dragon Ball, and she's trying to find the Dragon Balls with like toddler Goku, and I don't know. Like, do they find the? I don't remember exactly, but they find the trailer. She's taking a shower, and Yamcha, of course, is a pervert. He's like looking through the window, and he sees she's like naked. I mean, there's some soap there, like to hide things, but this is like not okay in American TV. At least, like, definitely would not pass the ratings, right, for kids. So I'm sure that's skipped. That scene is skipped, and then after that, like, Bulma's goes to sleep, and she covers herself, I don't know why, from head to toe, and her chest is protrusions are up, you know what I'm saying, her boobies, right? And
God.
look, I don't know how, like, I'm trying to be tactful, but I just can't, right? And Yamcha goes and just grabs a fistful, and he's like, oh, these Dragon Balls are soft. I didn't know. And it's like, of course that wasn't a Dragon Ball, but that's what I remember. Molded by anime.
Molded by anime.
Oh man, yeah, and I'm sure that wasn't shown in on like Toonami or whatever.
I don't believe so. No.
No. So scenes like that, they like, I don't know. Was that like in Japan? I mean, I bet. I mean, I don't know if you would know. Was Dragon Ball considered like more like a cartoon or anime for more? What would you call it? For older people, I guess.
No, because I think it's
a shonen, right? Or like whatever.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z for sure is a shonen. Because I think it was on Shonen Jump for a while. Let's see.
Dragon Ball is a weird one, right? Because it wasn't like that good, but I grew up watching it because that's all I had.
Yeah, it was on Shonen Jump. It was good. I mean, it was different. Like, it's not fair to say it wasn't good because it molded so many shows after that. Like, right, like Naruto and all these things. They're all modeled after that.
Like Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
Both, I believe.
Because Dragon Ball is like when he's a kid, and it's not. I don't think it's very long. But Dragon Ball Z is like the one where like you get all the fights. It's amazing.
I think it was just as popular. But here we are.
Yeah. Other animes that I grew up watching is Super Campeones. I don't know, what is it called in English? The soccer one.
I should have looked it up.
Oh yeah, it's fine. We can look it up now.
Yeah, Super Campeones. Captain Tsubasa, is that what it is in?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Is that what it was called in America?
Tsubasa. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it, Captain Tsubasa. It's
that's what it was called in America. I don't think they
did they ever show it?
I don't think they did.
It was like, okay, so another big thing in Mexican culture is soccer is a big thing, right? So and I guess the US, maybe that's why it didn't come out in the US. I don't know if in the US soccer is a big deal, but I guess it is, but not as much as Mexico. Mexico's like you get soccer balls all over the place. So yeah, that's another one that growing up you watched that, and it was super frustrating. Right? You didn't watch that one? Okay, I watched this a lot too. I don't know what the story was because I don't think I watched. I don't think I've ever. I might have to rewatch it and see, like actually watch it in order. I just watched pieces of this. But the frustrating part of this song was like they're like up in the air, man, trying to kick a ball. Tiro con chanfle. It's like it's like you have their superpower kicks and stuff. But they're like 2 episodes, man, like up in the air talking, and then like have like a what's it called, flashback, and then you learn about their back. It's like, guys, just kick the ball, just kick the ball. I don't know if this one was a popular one. Maybe just
I don't know if it was. I mean, it had to be popular to make it outside of Japan, right? Like,
or maybe they were trying to just get the ones that might be good with a Mexican audience.
Maybe
soccer Mexico, to go hand in hand.
Sure. I remember watching Rurouni Kenshin. That was back then. Oh man, I watched that. Yeah, I don't know that one. And you,
I don't think I did.
Oh man, you should watch this.
Rurouni Kenshin. I think I've heard of those two.
I talked to Gwen about it because I think Gwen liked it too.
Yeah, because I think Yu Hakusho, I only played the video game, but I don't remember much about it. But Kenshin one.
I mean, obviously, like the big ones are like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. Get out of that.
Oh yes, Pokemon. I forgot about dude. Pokemon is like another cult, man. Like Dragon Ball is one of them, and then Pokemon is the next big one, right? Because those two, like, I don't know if they still do it, but they're called Pogs in the US, Tazos in Mexico. The chips, man, had like toys, like had the Pogs in them, and both of those, like, collectibles, right? You have Tazos.
Playing Pokemon and Dragon Ball for the obesity epidemic.
Right.
You gotta eat chips as a child just to get them.
Yeah, exactly, right? You gotta buy chips to get the Tazos, the Pogs, and you gotta collect them. And I don't know. I don't know if that's how you play. Do you play Pogs the same way that you play Tazos? Like you smack them together and flip over?
Yeah. Same thing.
Same thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not that cultured in the Pogs community, so I don't know. Because I think I've seen them, and you can buy them in packs, and they're made out of cardboard. Right?
Yeah, the old style, like the 80s ones. Style. Yeah, they're but we had plastic and then metal. Yeah. Remember when they switched to metal?
Dude, metal was like, you got those clinging.
It's like, you flip a whole tower of plastic ones with the metal one. Remember?
Yeah. Dude, yeah. So that's when you're like, and again, Pokemon. I did not know it was an anime. I just thought it was cartoons, the things on TV. So that was a big one, man. Like they were Tazos and they were like stickers. Like it's everything, man. Everything.
Yeah, man. Consumed our lives. I remember buying like the cards when they came out. Ah, that was so good.
Pokemon cards, yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards too. Like I collected Pokemon for a little bit, but not too much. But then when Yu-Gi-Oh came out, like that's when I really got addicted to card collecting. I was like, dude, man.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh was the one that a lot of my friends did. Not Pokemon so much, because I think the rules were a little bit harder.
Yeah, it was way more complicated.
Yeah, but Yu-Gi-Oh was pretty. I mean, I think all the people that play card games are like, Yu-Gi-Oh, child's game. But I think it was easier to play as a child. Like you don't have to have as many cards. There's no like power up. Like what are they called? The power cards, like the
energy ones.
Energy cards. Yeah. So you just freaking play. And a lot of people cheat, but whatever.
The black market of trading. Like,
yeah.
Like, what do you want? Right. What you got?
What do you want? Yeah. So yeah, dude, Yu-Gi-Oh was. I did not watch the whole season. I only watched like I think maybe a few episodes on the first one. But you're saying you're rewatching it now, right? You're watching Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gone into a rabbit hole where I was just like watching a bunch of anime stuff, and then suddenly I ended up on Yu-Gi-Oh. I was like, man, I don't think I ever finished watching Yu-Gi-Oh. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it, see where like how far I actually got into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
And then like what surprised me so much is like the Duelist Kingdom episodes are like 40 episodes, give or take. I'm about halfway through. So I was like thinking back when I was a kid, I was like, I remember this took like forever. Like this was like a year to get to the end of this.
Right.
And like, honestly, I've watched probably up to where I am in like 2 days, like binging this, and I'm just like, like how did I do it as a child? Because it's like the anticipation kills me now. Like I need to know what the next episode is. I have to know. And as a child, I was just like, I guess I gotta wait till next week, unless they reset.
Norm, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unless they reset, yeah. Because I don't think, I don't watch a lot of. I didn't watch a lot of it. I remember the main guy, and I remember. I think I started watching it kind of in the middle when I was like, why are there two Yu-Gi-Ohs? One of them short or like Yugi, whatever the name is.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, a short one? Was it a tall one? It's all confusing. So maybe I'll rewatch it and kind of see. But is it as good as you remember, or is it better?
Good is a subjective term.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of these ones. So I don't know if it's a byproduct of us being older, or is it like when you're a kid?
Of course,
like
of course.
It's gotta be, right? Yeah, it's gotta be. So that's what's sad, right? Like when you say like, oh, things aren't as good as they used to be. That's survivor bias, right? It's not like it's not true. It's just that you're a different place, and you're
you just like place. Different things, right? Because like
as you get older, yeah.
Because I remember like watching animes, and I would watch a lot of shonens, and then like now I watch My Hero Academia, and it's good. Like I like it, but it doesn't hit the same as the other ones. But if I watch something that's a little bit more like thoughtful, I guess,
or mature,
I enjoy more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's like animes like Speed Grapher. Do you remember Speed Grapher? I think we watched it in college.
Was pretty good, yeah. But I haven't rewatched it. Yeah, but
I was like, I remember that being very dark. So I was just like, I don't know if I want to watch that again. Or like Parasite, right? I told you we watched Parasite recently. Parasite the Maxim. Yeah. And I thought that was really good. And that's an older anime. But
it's older?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Okay.
It's early 2000s, I think.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so
that's
not like
older.
90s when we grew up. It's like older and like modern older. You know, like somewhere in between.
Let's see when it came out. Because I think it's older. I don't know, man. Maybe it's not. The manga's from the 90s. 80s and 90s. The show was from 2014 to 2015.
Okay, so it's
not that old.
Gotcha, but it's not that recent, right? Like My Hero is good for different reasons, but going back to other shows that also like Ranma en medio, like one half. I don't even know if that's how it's called. I guess it is called. So that one was a weird one, right? Like it's a boy that got cursed, that he turns into a girl with cold water, and he turns back into a boy with hot water, and it's like a love story between. Dude, that was like there is a theme song in Spanish, and I have it memorized, man. Like
you just find yourself, you're washing dishes, and then you're like, like in your head.
Yeah, and the song is in Spanish, right? Because a lot of times they have theme songs, and they don't even translate the original one. They just make a new one, and that's what they did for Ranma, I believe. Or I don't know, because I haven't watched it in Japanese, so I don't know it might be the same melody, but I have it memorized in my head. And it's like super. It's like for little kids. It's like for little for kids in middle school that are like exploring, and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the target audience. And that's what it was,
So
I watched. Did you watch it? Did you watch some of it or no?
I did watch Ranma. I remember like the dad turned into a panda and all that.
Yeah.
One of them turned, like the guy turned into a pig, right?
Yeah.
But I was just gonna say, I remember the song that stuck in my head is not the Ranma. It's Dragon Ball Z. The Shala.
Yeah, the theme song is the melody for that not the same, right? It's a new melody. Like they made up a new song. Right?
No, that's the same one from Japan.
Oh, the same one.
Yeah. In America,
not the
they
one in
changed it.
America. Yeah,
in America
totally
they're like,
right?
It's like a rock song, like Dragon. Dragon Ball Z, because I remember that. And then you had that guitar, like, like damn, like.
Yeah. So I guess So when they localize like stuff, they do that. They do that to get better people, to get like better traction. But Yeah, that song. I don't, that both of those songs are stuck in my head. Like I know the words.
Hmm.
I can recognize them. But it's just like at this point it's not nostalgic. But Ranma is also a very perverted show, so I don't know if that was like a show for kids at all. Because they had like a little perverted. The old man was a little perverted guy. He was always stealing panties.
Yeah,
Like
man,
that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
kind of weird.
You know what I'm saying?
It was in
So
the shonen too, so it's
yeah, I guess it was in '90s. It was fine. Maybe now it's not okay.
Yeah, man. Times change. Now
Times change.
that's not okay.
Yeah. So I watched again. I don't know how the story ends because I think I only watched like because they did so many reboots. I didn't never
Mm.
knew what the hell was going on. Like there was no like clear story because if you try to follow it, it was gonna reboot on you, and there was no point.
Yeah.
So the other one that comes to mind is Sailor Moon, but I didn't watch a lot of that because I think that wasn't on the channel that I used to watch. It was another one that we got like Fuzzy Signal.
Hmm.
I think I know that was big with a lot of people, especially girls, but I didn't watch a lot of it.
I'll be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
I watched Sailor Moon. I really, really liked it, but not for the reasons that probably other people liked it.
Was it the transformation?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, as a little kid, I was like, "Ooh, what's happening here?"
Those silhouette.
Yeah. Ooh. You're like what?
Yeah.
8,
That's what I
8,
remember.
9 or something. You're like, okay, this is what we got.
Yeah, that's all you got, man. Is there's no internet, there's no like you cannot get access to any of these things. So as a kid, you do what you can. It's curiosity, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I think I don't know. That's a long series, right? Like it's just a lot of seasons of Sailor Moon.
It ran from 1992 to 1997. So
Oh, that's a long run. Yeah.
not terribly long.
But it's always the same like story every season. From what I hear, I never watched it.
Like I said, I watched it, but I don't think I watched it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Right. And
sorry, good.
no, I was just gonna jump to another one that you were mentioning. One in Spanish is called Arale, but I think you're saying it was called Dr. Stump.
Slump
In English?
Dr.
Slump.
Yeah.
I don't think I watched the anime, but I know that character made a cameo in Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a little girl like or an alien or something like that.
It's a robot or an android.
A robot, android. Okay, yeah, because she's super strong and she runs super fast, and that's all I remember.
Yeah. So that's where like the inspiration for like the androids in the TV show or in Dragon Ball are. He's one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, those androids are pretty cool. Damn, I forgot about those guys. Those are the best. I might have to rewatch Dragon Ball Z, but I think I want to be disappointed if I watch it again.
Just watch Superman. Because I watched Kai, and Kai is kind of disappointing because it cut out all the like the long, boring pieces and a lot of the filler.
Mm-hmm.
But Super did a decent job for me to be like, all right, like this is what I remember. Like this is why I watched Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, cool. It's like when they have Sonic, because Sonic the Hedgehog was the game that I played as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made a bunch of modern Sonic games, and they were all crap. And then they came out with the new Sonic for the PS4, and I was like, this is exactly all the crappiness, all the things that were weird about the game. That's exactly what I wanted, and it's like the same. Like all of the like, there's no, if you lose all your lives, tough shit. Have to restart from the beginning, exactly the same way, exactly the same way as I remember.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. So Dragon Ball Super, is that what you recommend?
If you want the nostalgia without ruining it, yeah, because it has the same feeling, but it doesn't cover the old stuff. So.
Gotcha. Okay. The thing is that if they don't have it in like Spanish, then I don't know if I can watch it, man. Because that voice.
That's the only issue.
Iconic. Yeah. So for me, it's just my problem. Because I watched the movies, like the recent movies that they came out of the movie theaters and stuff. and they're cool, but it's like just the voices, like they're not the same for me, and I just like like
doesn't hit the same.
Doesn't hit the same, yeah. But okay, that's cool, man. You were saying in the podcast they're talking about some like lesser known animes like Love Hina.
Yeah, they're talking about Love Hina and like how that changed their perspectives on anime and stuff, or like how they thought those were the shit back then, but now they're just shit. So and you're the first person I thought about it, because Love Hina, you're the only person I've ever heard that said I like Love Hina.
Yeah, I don't know why I love Love Hina. I might have to rewatch it and see why I liked it, but maybe so. A lot of the anime that I've watched, like it reminds me of places that I've been. And maybe that's what they were getting at. I haven't listened to the podcast episode. I'll go and listen to see if I resonate with anything that they say. But when I think of Dragon Ball Z, I think of like living as a childhood with my brothers. I remember eating the chips, like you're always like eating something and watching these cartoons. And then like Love Hina for me, it was when I was in college. It was summer.
Go on.
No. It was just like I was working at a dorm, man. It was just like I was on myself, like you watch anime, so like you remember like those. It's like flashbacks of your life when you were watching these anime. So that's probably why I have attachment to these things.
It's not that you like the show, it's that you like the memory of when you watched the show.
Yeah, I think so.
How do you know what Love Hina was about? Was it an alien?
No, it was just like.
Or was that Please Teacher?
I think it was Please Teacher. No.
Okay.
Please Teacher was a weird one too. I watched that one too, but I think you told me about that one.
But no, I didn't tell you about that one. I didn't watch that one. You told me about that one because I remember one of them was an alien, right? I don't know which one it was.
Oh, I think Please Teacher was an alien, but I don't think I watched it because it was kind of a little bit too weird.
Sure.
But Love Hina is just about like, I don't know, a bunch of girls, and then they're like a guy that, I mean, there's always like this love conflict, And then
is it a harem anime?
Harem? I don't know what that is. What does that mean?
It's like one guy, and then there's all these girls, and all the girls like the guy in some way or form.
Okay. Yeah. That's what it was.
Okay.
And like, there's always like that main character, the main girl character, and the main guy character, and they're gonna get together, but they're always like kind of like for some reason or another they don't, right? I don't know. It's just cheesy and it's funny. I don't know. I watched it in Spanish too, just because it was. I prefer to watch anime in Spanish, just because that's what I grew up with. So, but yeah, I don't think it's a good anime. Like looking back, I've seen better stuff now, and it's not good. So,
yeah, I get it. I was always more the action oriented ones. Like it's. I'm gonna say something sacrilegious, and I know people are gonna be mad, but like I think Death Note is not that great. So like. I couldn't even get past like a couple episodes. Like I remember watching it and I was just like, man, this is okay. Like,
did you finish it?
No, I got bored of it.
Oh, like, dang. Okay.
And I think it's because at the same time it was like you could watch Death Note or you could go watch Code Geass, and like that's Code Geass was like, whoa, man, that's like top tier, anime for me.
It was very good. Yeah.
I don't even like giant robot anime. And like I sat through Code Geass like a champ. I was just like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was very good.
That's why I don't think Attack on Titan is that great, because Attack on Titan is just robot anime, but they're made out of flesh. So
yeah, I watched the first season of Attack on Titans. I didn't finish. I didn't go back and watch the second one. I just don't know, man. Just as an adult, like I just don't. There hasn't been an anime that's like, oh, you have to watch all of this. Like the ones that I have kept up with are My Hero Academia, but I think I'm probably gonna stop watching it because I know what kind of anime it is. Like I like it because it was like kind of like Naruto and like Dragon Ball, kind of like you have that main, like it's like an underdog character, and they get stronger. And then they overcome all these things, like nobody would like them and stuff. But now that he's strong and everybody knows he's strong, and like, it's like, okay, fine. You just
like, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from here on out, you're gonna get stronger, and then you're gonna be beat everybody up. So I don't know. I think that's why I think I'm done with that.
I'm still excited. I still like it. I just hate waiting week by week. So I'm kind of waiting until it all comes out and then binge it. I'm trying to think of anime. Like I have the same problem right now. Is like none of the anime seems interesting because it all kind of the same formula. So like I'm trying to find older anime, right? Because like the golden age of anime, like back in the 2000s, 2010s, right? That anime was like they were just spitting out anime like crazy back then.
Yeah.
Like Fooly Cooly, which is #1 in my heart. It's like that's the greatest anime ever. I don't care what anybody says.
Fooly Cooly is definitely a work of art. I don't see it personally. I just don't know what's going on. I think you have to rewatch it many times to kind of like see what multiple angles of the story is, or I don't know. Maybe you just like the.
No, you gotta watch it a lot. Once you watch it a lot, like you just think like every time you watch it, just like one more thing just makes more sense.
Okay, because it's like 4 episodes, right? Something like that.
6
episodes, yeah.
Yeah. I watch it all the time too. Like whenever I'm just like life doesn't make sense right now, I don't know what I want to do. They're like nothing is appealing to me. Fully Cooly, and then everything comes back to line. Like okay,
yeah,
baseline.
Yeah. Nice. If you wanna animate, like that, I recommend is Erased. It's on Netflix. I don't know. I'm looking it up. I don't know when it came out. It's time travel, but it's strange. 2016. That's what it says here on the internet. It is a little heavy. It's definitely a more like for more mature audiences. There's it's just, I don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to, if you decide to watch it, give it a shot. It's very short. It has a nice ending, but it is heavy. I liked it. I thought it was one of the better ones that I've seen recently. But yeah, it's just like I said, nothing hits the same as those things that I watched growing up. I don't think it's ever gonna be the same, and I don't think there's bad anime. I think it's just like you're at different points in time in your life, and there's time and place. And I think when you're young, anime is the place to go, man.
Did you watch Demon Slayer?
Did not. I don't know what that. I don't even know which one.
I watched Demon Slayer. It's the last came out like 2 years ago, 2019. So I watched it like beginning of quarantine.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yes, I've seen it.
It is really good. It's just something about that was just like it hit the spot, just like boom. Like this is what you needed at this time.
Gotcha.
It just came out with the movie that's like between the seasons, and then ended like a couple months ago. Like it actually has an end. So it's kind of.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Nice. Right. Like it's a very rare thing.
I know. It's because now anime is all about like the cash grab. Like just keep the seasons going forever. It's like, dude, just make 2 good seasons and then call it a day, because otherwise you kind of ruin it. But
I mean, that depends, man. One Piece is going on.
What? Is it still going?
Yeah, dude.
There's no way. No way.
Yeah. It's the #1. It's been #1 show in Japan for like 20 years. It almost feels like, I think.
Oh, dang. Yeah, because I mean, I saw that on TV, on public TV, on free TV when I was a kid, and I didn't get into it. But damn, man.
It's one of the shows that I want to get into because everything that I see about it looks really good. Like I've seen like how the show's progressing and things, and it sounds really cool. I've seen clips and things of like different arcs. They look really cool, but like
it's just a lot of time, man. You gotta sync up a lot of time.
Do I want to commit to watching 20 years of an anime that has possibly another 15 more years to go? Like, because they had an interview like last year with the guy who writes it, Oda, I think is his name, and he gave like, I think I have X amount of volumes left. And then somebody was like, okay, he said X amount of volumes, so that could be anywhere between 10 and 15 more years.
God.
He said he only had like 20 more years when I was in college, man. Like I was graduating college, and that's almost 10 years ago.
Damn, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, and like, So like, and it's really good too because like stuff that he mentioned, like he had a plan and he still has a plan because stuff he mentioned in the episodes that I've seen have started coming into fruition in the episodes now. So it's not like he diverted a lot or anything. Like he's had a plan, and that's skill. That's skill.
Yeah, definitely respect. Could somebody like start somewhere like and watch it in the middle, or you kind of have to start from the beginning?
Nah, I think you got to start watching it from the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like it's definitely a religion, man. Okay.
Because like they have a halfway point, but like so much happened in that halfway point where it's kind of like you got to know what happened.
Right. Yeah, I haven't been able to. I only right now if I choose to watch an anime, it's gotta have an end because I can't be like be strung along because I just don't have it in me anymore, man. Actually, I never did because I watched Naruto and I just watched the first or second season, and I was like, this is enough for me. It just keeps going, man, indefinite. It's just
It ended. It ended.
Yeah, but how many seasons after? Like 7, 8? I don't know. It's like a lot.
It ended.
It's a lot of years.
Naruto ended when we ended high school.
Oh.
Naruto Shippuden ended
Yeah,
2 years after we graduated college.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I only watched up to the Sasuke and the first one, Sasuke and Naruto fight. And at that point, I was like, I'm so sad. I can't go on. I just can't.
You can hear that flute talk.
Yeah, man. I was like, I'm so sad. I can't. I just can't. I just can't. I just couldn't. You know.
Yeah.
It's just so emotionally invested in these characters, and then they're they kind of like they hate each other, but they're kind of like brothers. Like like kind of like
they love each other. They see.
Yeah. And then and then he just leaves.
Yeah.
And Naruto's like, you don't have to do this. It doesn't have to be that way.
Sasuke!
Like, I know,
so
man.
jelly.
Right now, I'm like so sad. Like just thinking about it right now. So
you
I just
heard
go.
the flute, and then you're done.
Yeah,
like, mentally, you're done.
Yeah, I was like, I just can't go on like this. I think it gets better, but I'm never gonna find out. Just gonna leave it there.
I started watching. So I remember watching Shippuden when it came out halfway, and then I stopped after like the pain arc, because that's when the anime stopped. And then I recently started watching it again, and I was just like, I can't watch. Like it's just not that good. Like I don't know. Like Full Metal Alchemist was good, right? And I think I could rewatch it if I wanted to. What else? Like Gurren Lagann. Like I get excited to tell people like you gotta watch Gurren Lagann because that's so good.
It's also like Gurren Lagann is not super popular. Is it? I don't know.
It's pretty popular. It wasn't popular when we watched Gurren Lagann because it barely came out. But like Yoko, see Yoko's everywhere, man.
Yeah, everybody cosplays Yoko.
You know how old Yoko is?
Very old.
No.
No?
No. Yoko's like 14 in the anime.
No way. Really?
Yes.
Freaking, oh my god, man.
There's a lot of like, when I heard this, I was like, ugh, my brain doesn't work. What? Like,
dude, like, okay, so cool story. You know, the Jessica Nigri, the Pikachu girl.
Mm-hmm.
You and I went to which Comic-Con was it?
Damn, I don't remember the name of the Comic-Con.
It's the one in Phoenix, but it wasn't super big at that point.
Saboten?
Saboten, yeah. Man, we were like, oh my god, that's a cool Yoko cosplay.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Mexy, you gotta take a picture with me with this Yoko. And then you did it. And we didn't know who she was. But that was Jessica Nigri at the beginning of her career as a cosplayer. I have it. Yeah. What? She had what?
She had just done the Pikachu cosplay like the year before.
Yeah, she did it at some bigger conference.
San Diego Comic.
Because she got famous there. But I don't think anybody knew. Look, if anybody knew her when we saw her, like she would have been swarmed. But she was walking. Nobody was bothering her. She was super friendly. Just like, yeah, of course, take a picture. And man, because I was like, oh my god, it's super cool cosplay. I think I have the picture. We'll post it somewhere.
Maybe I mean, if you don't have the picture, I'd be surprised.
Yeah,
I'm sure I have it,
but it was taken with like a really crappy camera, so it's not gonna be great quality. But man, yeah,
it was a phone camera back in the day, man. Like,
it's just not great, man. Not great. But yeah, back in the day, Jessica Nigri, back in like cool story. She's from Phoenix, so
yep,
Phoenix
local. Yeah, after that, when we like knew who she was and we would see her around, it's like, ain't no thing. Like, we see her, like, we would tell people, like, yeah, I saw her, like, because we would see her everywhere, right? Because we would go to the same conventions, or like she would hang out at the comic book shop that we used to go through at ASU. So it wasn't like, oh no, it's somebody I've never met before, kind of thing.
Now she's super famous. Like, now like anywhere you see her, she's untouchable. Like, it's like paparazzi everywhere, right? But actually, I don't know. I don't keep up. But back in the day, it's cool aside from there. But yeah, Gurren Lagann recommended 100%. I've rewatched it many times. Every time, still what they call them, still slaps. What's that? Is that the new term the kids are using these days? Yeah. So, but it's definitely a weird one. It's a good anime, but it's a weird one, right?
I liked it. I ain't mad about it.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. But yeah, those are the animes that we kind of like grew up with. Kind of like, I don't know, present day. It's not looking so great, but I think it's not that the anime is bad. It's just that it's a different place in time, man. Now we're watching movies, TV shows, serious stuff.
Now we're critics.
Critics. All right, man. How about we wrap it right here?
All right. Sounds
good. All right. And next week we'll catch you with what? What was the movie called? The Sound of Water? No, that's not what it's called.
Shape of Water.
Shape of Water. Yeah. All right. We'll catch you later. Peace.
See ya.
Thank you for listening. If you like this podcast, please give us a star, heart, or leave us a review. You can follow us on Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube at Pubstomp Podcast. That's PUBSTOMPOD cast. For more episodes, go to anchor.fm/Pubstomp. Music provided by 99 Lives. Credits are in the episode description.